Brad and Angelina, they ended 2 years ago, but now Jennifer Aniston is single. Will Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston rekindle the romance long lost since Mr. and Mrs. Smith made its debut? Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Say it ain't so.
So there's a chance.
Daron!
Hashtag Bradifer, maybe.
Go back to Gwyneth. Brennan.
No, she's so boring.
I don't
yo.
care.
Yes,
Is
thank
he
you.
not boring?
No, Gwyneth is boring. We
Is
have the
he
same birthday.
actually exciting?
No,
He's
he's
boring.
boring.
That's
Yes.
a good point. I've never really
Boring.
thought about
We're
that.
just projecting excitement on, because he was with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
And he wasn't interesting until he was with Angelina.
Well,
and I
that's a
think he
good
looked
point.
around in his life and was like, whoa, here's what it's like when you want to go to other countries and make a difference in the world, as opposed to Jen, who was just like, you know what, I'm happy. There's nothing wrong with either.
Laugh. She got the Jen
How
Jen
so?
Aniston. Okay, here's
Wow.
what I'm gonna say a couple of things, and you guys may not agree with me. One of the things that makes me really mad about Jennifer is that she claims to stay looking young, drinking smart water. That's bullshit. Not
No,
happening.
she has a vino
Smart water
too.
and a vino.
Okay, oatmeal and water, great. And she's hilariously, awesomely tanned. She has the best tan ever. But I like them together. I think Bradifer is awesome. And you said that Brad didn't become interesting until he started dating Angelina.
I don't even remember, it was so long ago.
But right, because Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a great movie. But the only reason why that relationship was interesting was because of how it happened, because of the drama that made that relationship happen.
And then it all played out on red carpets too.
Yeah.
Because there were all these rumors swirling, and then you got to see like Angelina and Jennifer on a red carpet
Right.
with that's why.
We played into that. So, but I think Jennifer deserves to be happy. I'm glad that.
I'm glad you think that.
I
No,
don't.
I
I feel
wasn't
that-
sure.
Let's
I
take
was
this
on the other
outside.
side.
I don't think she should be happy.
deserves,
I
guess.
checked. I did all my research on Jennifer to see how her karma is.
Yeah.
And she deserves
Okay.
it. But they're a hot couple. She's hot, and I think that this is like a really cool, not karmic story, because for the longest time she was the villain. She was the victim and the villain. Like poor Jen.
Which I don't understand how she was the villain in
Right.
that.
Who
When
was the villain?
She was the one that was
Angelina,
left.
they said.
No.
It was weird.
They said Jen was?
No, because Angelina was the more glamorous, better star than optically.
villain?
No, the villain, and I know this for sure because I know from my mom and her
thought the
friends,
villain
they
was
talked about it
Angelina.
so much, so I knew the archetypes that they were putting on
Who's the
these
villain, Grace?
actual people. Angelina was the villain for whatever reason, and Jen, we always wanted to know if Jen was gonna be happy, and when will she find someone? Doesn't she wanna have a baby? And this,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like
That's
this was
unfair.
the stuff
Yeah,
that my mom
it's really
talked
bad.
about with her hairdresser
What's
for
unfair?
some reason.
It's unfair to say like, oh, I know Jennifer Aniston and she won't be happy until she's married with a baby.
Yeah.
And oh, she's upset because she sees Brad out there with Angelina Jolie. Like I dated a girl who always wanted to go abroad and do all this crazy stuff. And she did that, and she ended up with a guy who also liked to do that. And I was like, that's a great couple.
Right.
I was happy for them and continue to be happy for them. It is weird for people to be like, this has got to devastate Jennifer Aniston when you don't know anything about her. You just like that her nipples stuck out and she was funny on Friends.
I think if Angelina wasn't Angelina Jolie and Brad had left her for, I don't know, like
Jessica
Hillary
Biel.
Duff. You know?
Oh my God.
How old was Hillary Duff? Yeah.
I hated Hillary Duff. That
left
song was
her-
Let the rain wash
that's a good
down.
album, okay.
Metamorphosis. But because Angelina was the more glamorous brunette, there was in 2005 when Mr. and Mrs. Smith came out, Angelina was like at the height of her career.
Yeah, America's sweetheart was Aniston versus like that bad
The femme
girl.
fatale,
Right.
like
Exactly.
Tomb Raider.
Dude,
she
that
was the one
one
that had
scene-
a vial of blood on her.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I remember watching it when Angelina's sitting like this next to like a handle of
glass.
Johnny Walker Black or something.
Right.
I was literally in this audience of a theater and I just went, oh, because I was like, damn, she's
Yeah. You know, but Jen
about it.
probably, but you know what? She smiled through it all. And now 12 years later, she's like,
I just feel bad that she is separated and now getting divorced from her husband.
Justin Theroux, who is a
They were
sexy
so
motherfucker.
great. He's really,
Sorry.
really attractive.
They had
He's
to bleep out a
really
lot of
hot.
his parts in the leftovers because apparently he's
he's so
really
hot.
carrying
and more
something.
talented than Brad,
Yeah.
period.
Oh,
Brad's,
whoa.
He wrote Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
Like he's a writer. He is a
Multifaceted.
director. He is responsible for a lot of stuff that you wouldn't even think Justin Theroux is responsible for.
Yeah. And just the way that they talked about each other on red carpets just made you think that they were just so in love and just there for each other. And
made you think.
It made you think, but still, I think in their little separation thing that they said, they're like, we still want to be friends. We're really supportive of each other, which is great, but it's still really sad. It's just a sad thing.
But how much of relationships in Hollywood are this contrived creation of teams, of PR? Because you have to know that these stars know what the public wants to see from them. You know, so like let's say me and you are in a relationship, Daron. Yeah, I mean we're married and stuff, but we know that our public, our audience, because once you become a relationship, we're a brand together. Bradifer, Duration, that'll be our brand. They want to see certain optics from us. So how about, I mean, what if it's not all real?
No, it's true. It's like, you know, one of my best friends is what used to be a publicist, Tina, and she would tell me all the time about how there are absolutely teams that would be like, ooh, it would be really good for us if this person and this person dated. Let's just have them meet and see how it goes.
Right.
It's usually not as like totally contrived, although fake relationships absolutely exist, but it is definitely staged where you'll be like, hey, we're gonna have you go out to coffee with this person. It would be really good if you guys hit it off. It'd be very
but we're talking about
synergistic.
Divorce.
I know, and I don't think that that's what really happened here.
I love
think
the
like
write-ups.
petty dating stuff.
I love all the write-ups that are like, well, the reason that it broke up is because he's New York and she's Los Angeles, and it's been brewing crap for years. I don't know. Here's one thing that we saw from somebody. We only have a little bit of time. And a relationship expert said, Brad and Jennifer captured our hearts when they were together. When we see a couple as admired as Jen and Brad were, it's like seeing our role models fail. And in turn, that leaves us vulnerable, sad, and fearing the worst. If they can get through it, though, you think about your own life, maybe I can get through it too. Is that what everyone's feeling?
That's what Lynn's on my
Why do
plate.
people want them to get together? It proves that he's right, we're wrong.
Yeah, it's true, exactly. I mean, that's like the meme that goes around, if Britney can get through 2007, then you can get through today.
Which is accurate.
Do you want them to get back together?
No, I
don't care. I honestly don't care.
I think if it's organic and they're happy at this stage in their life, she's gonna turn 50 this year, he's already 50, 60, then yeah, I feel like, no, you should if you find love in life, not a lot of people find love. If they can have that, then I'm all for it.
I want them to get back together. I don't know why.
She's beautiful.
Brangelina lasted longer than Brennifer.
It's true.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know.
Yeah, that didn't even start trending.
Bradifer. What other portmanteau can we have?
If it's Brangelina, he only gets the BR. And I think that's representative of the relationship because the other person takes way more. All right, we only have a little bit of time left. We got one more story for you. Is this potentially the most awkward setup for someone to try to get a date? Don't go away. We'll be back.